yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, and then they go lush levels of meaties. So, we live at a time, we live at a top project like Zamala these days. So wanted to see my neighbor who last crazy weather in Schwitzer, man. Schwitzer, it'd be cold. It'd be fucking cold, man. Freezing with storm. See my gula. Anyway, I was just reading Rabbi Nachman. Now, the best before is Rabbi Nachman website, khulu khulu khulu. Bas vichi, the holy nyan vichi, zemisakatima. They come together, and Yaakov Avinu wants to tell the sons when Mashiach is coming, and the divine spirit, the Shekhinah comes, and he feels not to say it's not to be known at this point, right? But before Rabbi Nachman, Rabbi Natan, that the Inyan is that it's cold. I gotta go put that hat back on. It's freaking cold, man. he actually did say when Mashiach is gonna come. The aim is to katima when the wellspring spread forth. But not just when the wellspring spread forth. When you learn from a true tzaddik amitis, the Inyan of Im shemata b'ayom, im shemata b'kolo, chulu chulu v'chulu. He's saying when you gather around, he's saying two in your name. When you gather around and hear from the true tzaddik, im shemata ayom, im shemata b'kolo. The true tzaddik has the power to uplift you and bring you out of the gods of Yotzil Tchamim Mitzrayim. Chulu chulu. Yosef tzaddik had the kochot. He was able to gather the kulam with the tzaddik amiti. And Yaakov Avinu, we see his call tzaddik amiti. He took the famine down from 7 years to 2 years. The second he came, they started plowing the field. Chulu chulu chulu. So we see the inyan. When they gather around Yaakov, it says in the inyan tochfech the inyan from din l'rachmim. As the gul is going to come either b'din or b'rachmim. That's dependent on us. But we all want rachmim. Obviously, we have the prophecies. The end of time prophecies in Miketz. The end of time prophecy. Nevot zam don't need to happen. Chulu chulu v'chulu is dependent on us. So we see that Yaakov Avinu over here showing us that we have to bring from din to rachmim. We see the rebuke. You surely rebuke your brother. You should surely love him, not cause him to sin. So only the love of a true tzaddik can you rebuke another. Only if you actually have true love to another, and not to cause him to sin. Because somebody who comes and not in that level doesn't have these kochot, so they'll cause the brother to sin. To love your brother like you love yourself. We see Yehuda. See, the first brothers he brought them, rebuked them. Why? Because they were in the inyan of din, Shimon, Levi, Reuven, chulu, 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 where they come in, everything's din, the chayv misa, we have to destroy this whole town and throw you. So when you throw your brother to snakes and scorpions, chulu, 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 this inyan agolus, not to be, even though, they had an inyan, where Ki'ilu, he said, okay, he was chayv misa because because he was the tattletale than his brothers. They had the inyanim in Torah, chulu chulu v'chulu, and the inyanim in Torah as well for destroying Shechem, because they were chayiv mitzvah for what they did. Chulu chulu v'chulu. But the inyan is not to come from Gvura, it's to come from Gvura. We see Yehuda to come in love, to save your brother, not to destroy your brother, not to throw him to the snakes and scorpions. To save and love your brother like you love yourself. So we see. And this is the way we see this inyan. It's always Avram Avinu's chesed and Yitzchak's vuras is only through Tferes. When we go, is the Ekiv from Yaakov. When we go from Yaakov, is the Ekiv. We see from Yaakov to Yisrael. And so it's a Li Rosh. You focus on the Li Rosh when you're here. When you shemata b'kolo. Then we have the Gula Shnevas Mitis chulu chulu chulu. So when we do things from love, the way of Yehuda. It comes to save his brother, and we love one another. Chulu chulu v'chulu. We don't act like so. The whole inyan, Rabbi Nachman was saying that if he wouldn't have rebuked his brothers, so because he's true tzaddik, was able to rebuke them and bring them to understand, to align the spirit and align the emotions, not come from these negative emotions of I'm bigger and I know better and I'm this and you know nothing. Chulu chulu v'chulu. To teken it to me though, to do tikkun alamot. Chulu chulu v'chulu. The pathways to rachamim and tov and derech dakano and loving and peace and love. And this is the way of Yehuda, chulu chulu, and the other brothers, the way of peace and love, chulu chulu chulu. And we get to this point, even to the point where we know the first and second base of Midrash was destroyed because of sinas chinam, where even though they were worshiping Kuchabrichu, they were worshiping in the wrong way, not the way that Kuchabrichu went, where they're stabbing one another to give karbanos. And they're bigger and they're better instead of welcoming. You have on one hand, push away with Puros, with the left hand, push away the Ra, Sumar, said to bring close, but the Inyan to bring close with the hands of love. For example, I go to Vadut, and they don't want to give l'chaim, chulu, chulu, chulu. But some guy, one time I was at Vadut in Machne Yehuda, and some snag came by, and he screamed at the Rav. The Rav didn't want to give. He's giving a little l'chaim here. Here's a little for you. Here's a little for you. And he screamed, the Rebbe says Revis. Right away the Rav shut up. He gave him a full cup. The Rebbe says, don't forget the Rachamim. Don't forget the Chesed. Rachamim, give Simcha. The Simcha, the Rav give Simcha. Teitzel v'sham tuvalon chulu. We don't go in the Gula out by being a cracker and being a screwball. We go dancing with tambourines and Tov and Chesed. Tov is the way they say from the time they are able to cross the Yam because of the Simcha and Tov and because of the ends of love for Chad Hasheni. And that's the Inyan. We have this love. So the whole secret over his sword. The whole sword is that the Yaakov Vino, when we go to Ekev, when we go from the lower points of ourselves and we refine our midot and reach these higher points of ourselves, when we come to Yisrael, Yisrael, straight to God, then we have Li Rosh, we have a head of it, Rosh B'nai Yisrael, Chulu Chulu Chulu, and we learn from the Torah of Rosh B'nai Yisrael, Tzadik Amitis, then we have this inyan, keep it simcha teitzel v'sham tuvalun chulu chulu v'chulu. Verstehst the inyan? May God bless kol habracha kol Am Yisrael. Oz kam server sham shata pula bismidish kanim levim shem bizmachs dav kabon ziktois b'kum lachampani menor kol nim shabis mishav lamvod mem kol Am Yisrael mem keni watzanam netzad levet peace love and peace yichem elchem hakol live the queens. Man, I believe we all have a soft, loving heart and love one another like Kucha Pichu loves us. May God bless. Share here now. May God bless. Amen.